All right, we're back. Um, so last time you guys had finished fighting the hag who had stolen um, Fern's soul, and you released it to move on to the afterlife and got hopefully a little bit more closure than you had previously. Um, we'll have to leave that up to Vagabond when she gets here, whether or not how she feels about that, how Aerith feels about that, rather. Um, you do discover in her lair some treasure, so we'll share that with you guys to divvy up as you would like. Um,
Love that.
Elijah got her soul trinket, which I think you've noted on your character sheet already with a custom magic item.
I believe so.
Okay, so just note that it's there. It's not gonna act like probably a regular soul trinket. It's gonna be a you'll know when to use it.
I'll know when to use it.
Yep.
Okay. Does it
Uh,
take up one of my regular soul trinket spots?
no, no, that
It
was the
takes up
main thing.
two. Shit.
Okay. Cool.
And it takes two actions to use. Anyway.
Right, you got to set it up. So you guys swim back up to the surface. You're picked up by your ship and flown back to Bateau to rest and recover after your ordeal. What are you guys doing? Sel, I believe you wanted to go first.
This will be Eris' punishment. I do have her consent in writing, but she won't be able to stop me now.
Oh dear. What terrible thing is it you wish for me to do today?
Eris, I need your lightning. Pretty please.
I do
Daedalus,
remember her consenting to that.
Yep.
I'm
It's
tired.
in
I know I
writing.
told you. Oh, jeez.
I got it in writing. Let's see here. I can quote it in the logs. I gotta scroll up the paper.
You're just slipping through your book of shadows that records everything that anybody ever says. That's
Doug
what the
wrote this
YouTube
down.
that's what the YouTube videos are, is they're all coming from your book of shadows. It's just recording everything that happens to you.
These recordings will be so much more flawed.
They would be, yeah. I mean, maybe they are.
Dun dun dun. They're
Oh
being
wait, I'm
edited
looking
after
at
the
the
fact.
wrong page chapter.
I mean, we've already got the excuse of the lizard did it if we want to retcon anything.
That's accurate.
That's true. Maybe this never happens. Are you even the real, the real
The real Aerith?
vagabond?
I
Real
feel
Aerith?
real.
Are you real?
I
Oh,
mean, I last time I checked this morning, I was the real Aerith.
okay, well, that's good enough for me. Well, I just need you to strike that lightning rod again. My
Oh, is
my
that
my
all?
humble assistant will let you know when to do it.
All right, Tennis.
This is the bargain. I didn't do
I, d-
anything weird with your girlfriend,
I do appreciate
who
that.
used to be my girlfriend. But that's nothing here or there, you know.
I don't. I mean, she's her great. I think we established her many times. Great grandmother used to be your friend who was a girl.
Yeah, girlfriend.
Okay,
We
I
got
think
around back in the day.
I think that
Remember, he is from an older generation that used girlfriend to just mean a female friend.
yes,
That
I
you
think
slept
common
with
has
multiple
changed since then.
times. Ah, those are the days. I remember the
Hmm.
festival of the evening forward.
Does Noctum County have prima nocta?
What?
Have you not heard of this?
That's where we have a party. Yes,
That's this is an actual historical thing, Sal.
I'm making a joke here. I'm role playing.
Okay.
I'm aware of the practice.
Okay, good. I guess good. I don't know.
I don't believe him.
You're educated somewhat.
I mean, I have watched a tale. The orcs used to call it where they talked about freedom. They had a big sword, Long John Orc, or something like that. Or this was the Saint Tibbs thing, right? Like they're really upset about this back in the day.
Did they paint themselves blue in this?
Well,
Is it-
it's a lucky color to their people.
I see.
They had little kilts. Why haven't people done Scottish orcs yet? Anyways,
That's a good idea. Too often.
Then
we're-
what
Honestly,
will
or-
the
that's a
dwarves
fantastic
be?
idea.
If you make the orcs Scottish, what will happen to the dwarves?
they'll be
German.
German. They'll be
Yep.
German apparently, according to Cusco.
Listen, I
what about
can't do a
what about the
consistent
Celts then?
Scottish accent, so German is it.
You could, you have an excuse for like the German orc, right? Because they need to speak Celtic. The proto-Germanic
Oh.
person.
Back when it was the Saxons before Anglo-Saxon.
Yeah, the various tribes that humans killed en masse by a man named of Miser or something like that. I don't know.
Weezer.
He crossed the Rubamon. He took over the government of Chrome.
This is hurting me.
I see. Yes, the Croman Civil War. I remember this.
Yes, it's when
I'm
they
marking
on
1D
on the
for psychic
Croman
damage.
Peninsula.
it's when they defeated the city-state of Firefox.
Ow.
Yeah, wasn't that city there's a female, there's a she fox who raised 2 little boys.
1d8 psychic damage.
Wait, this is kind of cool. Wait, we gotta put this on the map. This sounds pretty cool, actually.
No,
A fox,
no, it
a
doesn't.
fox-themed Rome.
Nope.
That sounds kind of cool, actually.
No,
Actually, I'm kind of into that.
Fox-themed Rome, with maybe
Fox-themed
some
Rome.
extra fire in there. I don't know.
I have too many Romes already.
We need
I
a,
think about
good
it. I think
civilization.
about Rome too much. Okay.
Yeah.
and you can throw some kitsune in there. You know, it's fun.
Does the day not go by where you don't think about the fall of the Roman Empire?
I usually think about the height of the Roman Empire, but you know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They had aqueducts back then.
They did have aqueducts. Why don't we have aqueducts?
We do. It's called plumbing.
I was gonna
Oh.
say we have pipes.
We have underducks.
They had pipes too.
Yes, but
And
there's
they're
maybe
well
lead.
insulated.
Sweet,
with
sweet lead.
Quality lead.
Well, you know, you got- you-
As I regale you with these tales, no, I have not slept with anyone being married.
No
I
prima
mean-
Because
nocta.
we're all married in Octum.
Oh,
It's
boy.
a religious cult, you know.
I see.
Different customs to whatever you guys
Yes.
practice now.
Uh-huh.
Maybe
mean,
it
I
was a
sup-
precursor where everyone was sleeping around and they're like, oh, we could sleep around too, and it became bad. I don't know.
Hmm. I'm not familiar with the historical record on that particular front, and I suppose I shouldn't be throwing stones.
We could write about it. Is anything really bad? Maybe it's this perspective.
Well, I
Maybe
understand
killing-
this
maybe killing
philosophical
people is good.
argument. I don't
Um,
think that's the case.
I agree with that one.
If you're doing it from a perspective of an angel, maybe it is good. I don't know.
I think there's probably more nuance than that.
Let's say you're a devil and you need soldiers for the blood war. It's probably a good thing, right?
But
I mean, we've
You're a
seen
devil.
what they do.
Anyways, strike
wanted
that
to s-
tower. You're probably going to need it to do it a few times. I need a lot of juice. And by juice,
Right.
I mean electrical power. Juice is slang that hasn't been invented yet.
It hasn't been invented yet, or it's really old slang.
Where did that term come from, juice?
I think it's when you hit a gelatinous cube with a warhammer.
And they produce power?
no, I think he says they
No,
produce
wait, I
juice.
understand now. They call it juice because you drink water to regain your mana. Ah.
right.
It makes sense now.
12
I
psychic
it's juicy.
damage. Or at the d20 eventually.
I've
It's a
been
good-
watching a small little show about a little dwarven cook, and I think it's quite lovely.
Is he a bear?
It could involve a bear. They'd probably cook the bear, though.
But is the
Fair
bear on
enough.
cocaine?
I don't know if depends on where you get the cocoa leaves.
I'm surprised you guys are even familiar with coke, but yes.
This sea is the trading hub of the world.
Oh my
That's
god,
fair.
we've
That's
vamped enough. Look at that.
See, this is all you have to do.
It's canon now. Aerith knows what cocaine is.
Hell yeah.
Who's the herbalist in the party?
I don't think you guys have
Yes.
one, do you?
Yes.
There are many times I partake of herbs, but usually the cheap stuff.
I think closest would probably be me.
I found that the college students have something that is very cheap and doesn't give you a hangover.
I'm back. We talking about drugs?
I think there
Yeah.
is a type of drug, but the kids take it and they gain scaly skin. I don't think that's good. Or maybe it is good. I mean, the drug's probably good. I don't
Is
know
this
about
some sort of slight against my people?
well, you should have scaly skin. It's like if your people gained like soft, moist, silky skin. That was pleasant
Yeah.
to touch.
Are you implying that my scales are not pleasant to touch?
I mean, let's give them a little rub really quick. It's all right.
All right, fair enough.
That's not the worst thing. You you groom yourself well.
High
Yes.
praise. It's not the worst thing.
Regular showers is part of the Tvarish way.
You guys waste water on showers? Ooh, what's such a Borghese culture you have down there?
It's mostly the wastewater.
Isn't that? You know what? I don't know. I'm not gonna question what your people do. Aerith, you're here. That tower over there. You need to strike it with lightning a few times, please. Thank you.
He said you made some sort of deal about this earlier.
We.
It was in writing.
Did I agree? Oh, I did. As long as I said you don't tell me about it.
Exactly. We got your girlfriend back, and we sent her to heaven. Just do me a small favor. It'll be like 3 spell slots or something. It'd be good, or maybe just 1. I don't know how you work.
I mean, she can do what I forget what the spell is called, the lightning strike one. And it's
I
just
can
like
do the lightning one.
a minute of lightning strikes, one every 6 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
That's 1.21 gigawatts times 6, or times 10 even. So
That
11.
sounds good. I think Jaquez has like a
so-
little thing going on later this evening, so let's get this done.
I guess I'll do it.
Thank you. That's here. I produced a gift. I bought some chocolates from a stand over the yonder.
You promised me a puppy.
A puppy.
There was a dog. You said a dog emoji. I'm finding it.
1 second. There are canines around.
Um,
They might not be alive.
I mean, it is a city kind of like
I hit
teetering
animal
towards a
handling.
famine.
All right, I'm animal handling, and I'm going to. Where's my thing?
Yeah, literally. Okay, so well,
All
if
right,
we're
I'm on
doing
the hunt
prep,
for a dog.
would I be okay?
I have a
um,
19. I'm. Where? It's got to be
Shit,
some mud around here
you
somewhere.
literally said, "I'll give this cute puppy I found."
Oh, that might have been a joke I forgot about. Let's say 1
Well,
second. I'm
it's
looking.
in writing.
I am finding the puppy as we speak.
You're just like, oops, I forgot.
How cute is a puppy with a 19?
It's a pretty cute puppy. You
I
found
lure him
somebody who
out with some
just
calamari.
uh so there's stray dogs wandering the streets because everything's kind of in shambles right now.
I have the pick of the litter.
You have to pick up the
Literally.
litter, exactly.
It's usually advised that you shoot some of the stray dogs so they don't turn into wolf packs. This is actually a problem that we've had in certain cities behind the front lines.
That sounds kind of like marvelous. We should let them like keep on going.
Well, that's how you get wolves.
I'm
And that's
not
the
in charge of
difference.
the local laws. I think roaming animals in the cities is kind of neat. Duckez, what's your opinion on this?
He's not here during this conversation.
I mean, everybody's
Oh, I
been
thought
weighing in so far. Is this just happening
a minor illusion of Jock is standing there until he like fades. Like, wait, I thought he was here. Oh, I give Aerith the puppy. I use I think what do I have used prestidigitation to clean it off and make it look nice.
Okay. Aerith,
I groom the puppy. I feed
you
it a little bit. It's
And
plump.
then he uses prestidigitation to flavor the puppy.
I make it feel slightly warm too. Wait, that might be uncomfortable. Let's not do that to the puppy. What else is on here? I could disguise it. That might be fun. No, wait, that's only for myself. I can mend the puppy if it's missing anything.
Mend the puppy.
Mend the puppy.
I have something called decaying touch. I'm not going to use that on the puppy.
That's good.
All right, I produced the puppy.
I've put a character sheet for the puppy under Aerith's summons.
All right,
So Aerith, you can find a picture of
my
the
end
puppy
of
if
the
you'd
pact
like.
is fulfilled.
Show me the puppy.
I didn't put in a picture or anything.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
find out what breed it is.
And do you want me? Do you want Cell can go and find it since
Surprise! It's a hellhound sent by
You-
persistence.
Oh, a
you're role
wolfhound.
playing.
Oh, 1 second, I'm finding
I
a
was
random dog
just
table.
watching a wolfhound video. You want to go?
All right, there's 57 breeds. All right, let's see here.
Puppy.
Roll a d57.
That's the funniest thing. Roll a d57.
1
That's the nice
second.
thing
I'm let's
about
see.
playing online. You can just roll random weird dice. It doesn't have to be a traditional number.
It's like 11. Let's see here.
Roll a d314.
Exactly.
And see if you get pi.
Or D121 gigawatts.
Roll a d1 for me. The DC is 14.
We have been playing this game for so long that I do not remember what some of these art installations are.
What do you mean, like the different places on the map?
Oh, I was talking about Cell's art.
On the nose, it's a golden retriever. Puppy.
A little golden. I'm excited. I,
That's a-
Rose, am excited.
That's a pretty good puppy.
Grats.
I love goldies.
All right, my assistant, Zuli, will tell you when to do the thing. All right, I'm going back to my basement.
Julie, do the thing.
We've hooked the elder brain, the dead elder brain, in a tank. There's wires everywhere. There's all types of little goo bobs. I don't know. It's a mad scientist lair. Just think of that in your brain. It's beautiful.
The fact that he proposed by saying, Julie, will you do the thing, is the funniest thing to me.
What?
That's how he proposes, because he constantly says, Julie, do the thing.
I made
proposes.
the comment.
Oh,
You do the
'cause-
thing.
Right. That was. I'm trying to remember what movie that was from.
Legend
From
of Korra.
Legend of Korra.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah,
one.
that was fun.
I was thinking of Kronk. It's like, who's Julie in that movie?
Kronk is also a good selection for do the thing.
But yeah, we set up little like those little man wheels. They got skeletons and like mouse wheels. They're running. They're producing electricity. They're going.
Sure, I'm sending you a photo.
Okay, I found one too, but we can use yours if you like.
I want to see yours. Hold on.
I added it.
Is yours cute?
Show me the dog.
Show me the puppy.
Skeletons are pulling levers. They're pulling cranks. They're moving wires
So
around.
cute.
They're putting away the puppy adoption papers.
I'm just imagining a giant hamster wheel, and the skeletons are just running on it in like the traditional skeleton attire of just their boots.
Yeah. They might have some like loose fitting belts that are holding up nothing, except for maybe
Right.
like a dagger or something like that.
Yeah, and
I
like
guess
the
workman's
little
tools.
like wrist cuffs that don't attach to anything.
Yeah,
One's got a little bow
they produce
tie.
a light jangling that's pleasing to the ears. I love those comically large boots. Yeah, we definitely got those going.
Okay, so they're running on the treadmill. Lightning is striking. Tennis is presumably cackling madly or having one of his minions do it
Yeah,
for him.
I'm on a little I guess scaffolding above the elder brain. I'm pouring in some juice into the tank, the black
And
juice.
you mean actual juice? Okay.
The juice, the black juice,
Hmm.
is delicious. We have a bunch of wires snaking into the thing, putting the lightning in there. And then
Okay.
let's see here. I pull out the green power core and I jam it into the brain, into the cleft of the brain's hemispheres. I was like, this should be good there. And I command Azuli, do the thing. And the lightning strikes. And it zaps the brain. It jiggles around. The water foams and bubbles. I guess there's like some baby worms in there, and they're like, I don't know. They're like undead now or something. I don't know. They're going wild in
Yeah.
there.
Do I have a sound effect for this?
Aye.
I don't. What do you got?
Uh, Here we
I should
go.
get some sound effects from those old like zone animatics. That's not the one I was thinking of.
Be right back.
And it's like, we need more power. Another lightning strike. And the brain begins to melt into a black soup. It's bubbling. It's
Oh,
going crazy.
you're
Yeah, I'm not
making
doing that.
soup. Okay,
Yes,
never
I'm
mind.
making brain soup.
Oh boy.
I was like, we need more power. A third strike. But as the third strike comes down, stuff starts exploding. It's crazy in there. Wires are flying. Skeletons are flying all over the place. Stuff, all kinds of things are exploding. It's too much power. Yes. A piece of debris. It's knocked him in the back of the head and knocks him into the soup. Aerith, can you roll me some damage? I want to
I'm
take the
gonna have to
lightning
look up
damage.
the damage. Hold on.
Hit me with the damage. I should take a long rest
We
so I
added
don't
the
die.
spells, did we not? Oh man.
As Noctum falls in the soup and is electrocuted, the vat begins to break and explodes. Boom, more explosion.
Did you want to take it on a failed save or
No, just throw it out there.
puppy arch? Oh my goodness, computer, please.
Yeah, I'll take that. That's fine. Let's hear it anyways. And then Noctum awakens in a pile of black goo. The basement is a mess. It's covered in black goo. It's all over the place. He goes to stand up, he's woozy. He ends up throwing up black goo all over the place, and like worms slither away into the the rest of the black goo that's covering the entire room. Random writhing limbs of skeletons are all over the place. Kind of just dumbles around. It's like, ugh, what happened? And he glances in a mound of flesh in the middle of the room, and all the black goo. A hint of green. He wanders over there, and he plucks out the green power core. But it's blackened and gooey. Oh yeah, I don't know. That's all I wanted to do.
Okay.
Okay. I was wondering where you were going with that. I was like, is he like using this to change, like rebuild his character or something, or?
I downloaded the intelligence of the Elder Brain into the crystal. I hope. I don't
I
know.
see. Okay.
But yeah, the
Why?
black
Not
ooze
enough.
all around the room. It's like pulsating with fun colors all over the place. It's like
Hmm.
tentacles all over the place. I don't know. It's like Zerg creep. It's kind of neat. As Noctum looks down, he pulls the crystal from the from gripping translucent tentacles that are like neurons and pulls them away. Sees a pit that just is filled with pale light before it closes. It's like, oh, interesting. But yeah. And if I was gonna make this a magical item, I saw that Elder Brain only has like 21 intellect, and that's not like game breaking. So I just want to make the crystal like 21 intellect. But we can
Oh,
do
I see.
that later.
So, okay, so it makes your intellect 21 instead of 19.
Yeah, I don't know. Elder Brain's got more charisma than intellect. It's weird.
That is kind of odd.
I don't know why they don't like that. But yeah.
And especially since intellect isn't your let me add this to my list of things to do. Figure out what the hell the power core does now.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking it's like kind of blackened, so it's a little bit corrupted with all the fun stuff.
So you see you look at it, and you see projected into your mind a loading bar, and as you stare at it for a long time, you're not really sure. You lose track of time staring at it. You see it go from 0 to 1%.
The floor is trying to slowly eat me as I notice, like, oh, and it's kind of like slowly trudge out of there.
You realize your boots are melting.
It's not like corrosive or anything. It's just like, you know,
Like a moss
it's
growing
like
on them.
it's like that fleshy grippiness, you know. It's
Mhm.
got like fleshy veins going all over the place.
You see a skeleton has managed to reassemble himself and now is also covered in flesh. So he's like, does this just make me a person now, or like what?
No, you have no opinions. Don't think about it.
Oh, okay, you got it, boss.
You have no opinions.
At least on working hours.
But all the hours are working hours.
Doesn't that suck for you? Take the day off. We're done here today, folks.
Hey, maybe we should
Hey,
unionize now that we have flesh.
how does that follow?
I don't know. I just had the idea. Suddenly I'm intelligent, so I understand unions are a good thing.
That skeleton slaps the other skeleton. We've been intelligent for a while now, remember?
Oh, well, before we didn't have any skin in the game.
That's true. Hmm.
I think part of
Now I
it
Dare
think
with
I
you
the
have
make that
skin in
intelligence.
my
joke?
ribs.
I think part of
Inside.
it, since the intelligence comes from me, they all kind of just like share a little bit of my personality, so they don't really want to revolt because they're like, "What's going on?"
So this is like the Robbie Rotten episode where he clones himself or whatever.
Yeah, but it's just skeletons and boots.
but now covered in weird purple flesh.
Black, purple, I don't know, whatever.
Something. Weird colors. A rainbow.
A color out of space almost. But yeah, now the castle is like, at least the basement's covered in this gunk. It's fun. That's all I want to do. I want to make the Zerg basement.
Okay. You've infested the command center.
At least my house.
God.
Right.
Because this is an
God,
Octum town.
Right, yes.
Because we put necromantic stuff in here. We put Eris like lightning in there, so that's like life magic. So we have like the goop going on. The goop's gooping. It's all over the place. We got some chaos magic. We got some like order magic. I don't know. It's going wild. It's fun.
Mhm.
But yeah, now we can take it to someone else. 45 minutes in. I had my fun.
Okay. So what is everybody else doing as you make your way back to town, or as you are settling back into town to rest and recuperate?
Who's got the finances with all the gold we picked up?
It was persistence that would have done
It
that
was,
before.
but Isabella no longer really cares about property, so
She has no concept of property, private or personal,
nope.
or public.
Elijah only has the concept of personal property.
Frederick
If you
might
let
have a
him handle
ledger.
the finances, he will in fact steal everything.
Aerith
It's not-
has
And
a
he
ledger.
is upfront about that fact. He said, if you all give me the finances, I'm going to tell you all much less than we actually own, and I'm just going to do what I want with the rest.
I suppose I should handle our economic theory then.
Was Aerith not the treasurer for her group, or am I misremembering that?
No, I was gonna say, Aerith has a ledger, but it's not to this kingdom. But yes, I was the treasurer
Joy.
and the treasurer.
Yeah, that's your problem then.
Okay.
Can I
That's
borrow
what you do.
Can I borrow 3K?
No.
That sounds like a you, not a me.
As for
Also,
the items, does anybody require any of the magical ones in this hoard?
I honestly don't even know what dropped.
There's a long list that was here. Let me beam it directly into your brain again.
I appreciate it. I have not opened
Nope.
Roll20 until now because my computer has been freezing on it.
Ah.
Nope.
I mean, I don't think anything's been posted
In
yet,
addition
so.
to just the faint taste of copper, you also have the sensation of there being a lot of gold, a elemental gem, a second level spell
That's
scroll, and a
100
first level
gold. That's
spell
not a
scroll.
lot of gold, Missy.
Hmm?
I'm like, oh, we got
23
a porcelain
platinum.
doll here.
23
That-
it's a total of
that's like
23
20.
platinum,
Yeah, just add a
351
zero to the
gold,
end of that. That's not that much money.
2062 silver, 2662 silver. So it's a decent amount. Two spell
If you're going by
scrolls.
a farmer's wage, it's good.
Yeah, 2 spell scrolls, Cloak of Protection, Silver Chime, which when struck allows the user to cast Silence once per day, uh, a Amulet of Proof of against detection and location, Oil of Slipperiness, a +1 shield, a Bag of Tricks, a Parapet of Health, and a +1 weapon, Goggles of Night, a Potion of Animal Friendship, and a 3rd level spell scroll.
Jesus.
And a simple gold coin, which, when willingly accepted by another creature, can be used to cast a Dominate monster spell once, DC 10.
I'm gonna add the money to the treasury. We have a little treasury to add.
I should note the weapon is specifically that short sword in the description.
Yeah, sorry, a +1 short sword.
That's kind of neat.
Okay, well, I'm gonna swap my Ring of Protection with that Cloak of Protection because that sounds like a really cool theme.
Okay.
Dark Thick Heavy Cloak with Heavy Cow? Yeah, I want that. So there's now a Ring of Protection in that pot.
It's literally the same thing, right? +1 AC and +1 the saves.
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah. It's the same effect, just a different slot.
Isabella will probably Isabella probably doesn't care, but Lev is probably going to hoover up whatever people don't want because of her fallen attunement, because she has nothing.
So breastplate of red iron is just like kind of a neat, cool thing, right? Doesn't look like it does anything.
Let me look at it.
Like elemental gem, and it says here scrolls.
Yeah, I think the breastplate of red iron is just kind of a flavorful thing.
Everything with a monetary value, I'm just adding into.
Yeah,
Yeah, that works.
we can fence it.
I mean, you've got a whole city and like a treasury.
Okay.
The bag of tricks do
What
again.
was the proof against protection? Where's that at? Oh, amulet.
Amulet of proof against detection and location.
What's that do? And does it require a slot?
I think it does.
Protects you. Yeah, its attunement protects you from
It
divination.
does.
But we also, during the wetwork mission, found that they had, at least in the castle in Bateau, a ritual circle that could pierce through that if they had somebody's blood.
Yep. Which is what was
Wait.
making me freak out because I have one.
Should we just put the golden retriever as part of this bag of tricks? Because this is basically that. Is this thing attunement?
I will say that since
Yeah, I'm
most
kind of
of
screwed
my
because I've got the eye.
yeah, since most of my stuff involves I just need a line of sight. I don't care. I don't care about components besides that. The goggles of night and the chime that silences would not be bad.
Wait, what color of bag of tricks is this? I think there's three colors.
Periaptive health does not require attunement. I'm stealing that. That's the item I'm gonna steal from this stack.
Are
Pretty sure that
you
thing
even vulnerable
does.
to poison?
All right. Oh, is that a different thing?
I'm not resistant to it.
Oh, it's that thing. Okay.
Okay.
Disease.
Disease.
I mean, I guess I have an attunement son. I'll take the ring, I suppose.
It is a gray bag of tricks.
Yeah, my AC is so laughably low that an item of protection is like, why?
That's a 5% reduction in hits.
Yeah.
Actually, does that silk hood like?
I'm also, if I'm
non-detection?
being hit, I think that's a problem. So I'd rather
That's
just
true
not
too.
be hit.
Periaptive health isn't anything crazy.
Hey, Tantalus, how much money you got?
I don't know. I don't take care of that.
I'm asking because there's a note on here that says you owe 1.4K.
I'm sure that's paid off by now.
Unlikely.
You just find a note from Persistence. It's like Tantalus owes money to the group.
Yep.
Well,
we can
let's
start
see here.
like a
Let's see here.
payment plan for you.
Frederick, collect the taxes. Wait, do I have a kingdom anymore? Wait.
I'm pretty sure you
You gave it up.
abdicated. Yeah.
Maybe
We
I
can
have
set
like a
up a
savings
payment
account
plan.
somewhere.
Yeah, it's not like you're gonna break his legs like some of your other clients in the old days.
That is true.
Well, I can give you this bag of tricks.
Wait, why aren't we breaking his legs? No, no.
Why aren't you? I mean, why not?
This is why I'm asking. He might even
Just
enjoy
go
it.
ahead. Why not?
See?
Doug, break my legs.
Breaking legs. Doug creases Jordans.
Doug, take my collector's shoes.
What's non-detection? I didn't see the so could.
I was thinking about that one.
It's a spell that basically does what the amulet does,
Oh,
but only
okay.
for but only for like 8 hours out of the day.
Wow.
So it's yeah, it's a duration of 8 hours. You hide the target from divination magic. Can be a willing creature or an object no larger than 10 feet in any dimension. The target can't be targeted by any divination magic or perceived through magical scrying sensors.
Can we
Okay.
give Jacques the goggles of night? His blind ass.
I have the drift globe.
Um, well, I think uh, Isabella wanted the goggles because she also is blind.
Yeah, I
And
have
she
the
has
drift
open.
globe. So
Alright, our finances have been updated.
Cool. Yeah, I am endlessly full on slots because I have one sword, one eyeball, and one slot for items. That's it.
That does make it hard to swap things in and out.
Yeah.
I think I'm
'Cause
gonna
you're-
take the oil of slipperiness because that just sounds fun.
What is the health?
I stole it.
Okay. I might break Elijah's legs actually.
Hey, Elijah's paid up.
Yeah, but I'm still a thug. I started
Still
out
a
as a thug.
Bring it.
1 second, I'm gonna take the simple gold coin and give it to Aerith. My
No.
debts are paid.
Which is willing. It is
Actually,
willingly
you can
unaccepted.
probably succeed that save pretty easy.
Honestly, if you mixed that
Also
one
not a
gold coin
monster.
into the rest of the gold when you handed it to her, pretended that you hadn't done it, then asked her to
That,
hand you all the gold for free,
that thing's
that might have
definitely
worked.
a wisdom save. I think she's pretty probably gonna succeed that.
Almost certainly.
She might be good at those.
Also, that silver chime seems pretty useful.
I took that.
Mm.
Alright, so I took the goggles of night and the silver charm for silence.
Well, I'm at least gonna take the oil of slipperiness because that's just fun.
Alright, so what are we not taking so I can add it to the list of things that we can fence later?
Just read down the list and see if there's any takers, and if not, add it.
Fair enough. A silk hood with platinum embroidery.
Kinda gaudy.
If it's no one else is taking it, sure, I'll take it if it's not an attunement slot.
It is not.
Cool. Anytime we start infiltrations to tomb, I use that.
What does elemental gem do again?
A stone with stylized fire, or is it wind? Actually, I might take that.
Yeah, that's gonna be a red elemental gem.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
It's an earth, wind, or fire gem.
Okay.
I'll add that in a minute. I'll write it down in my notes.
What spells are on these spell scrolls? Are they just spell scrolls?
I'll need to roll for. I need to roll for those. Hang on. So first level spells.
I guess I'll take the. I think I'll mark down the ring of protection too, since I have an open attunement slot. Might as well take that. I suppose. I took the oil of slipperiness, and I'll grab the ring.
It's a scroll of heroism. The first one is a scroll of heroism. The other one is a scroll of dragon's breath.
I have that whenever I breathe.
All right.
Amulet
Does
of
anyone
proof.
want that?
I think the scrolls are free to be sold or taken by someone else.
That seems fine to me.
Good. I don't need scrolls.
I might take the amulet of proof against detection, and location, just because that seems pretty useful, or at least keep it in the party instead of sell it.
I wouldn't mind taking that.
You can have it.
For purposes. The silver chime. Oh, wait, no, there's more.
Silver chime got claimed.
Yeah.
Cool. A thick dark cloak with a heavy cloud.
I claimed that, and then I
Cool.
gave my ring of protection in exchange to sell, so that's claimed.
Okay. A jeweled torque, which I just took. Let me write that down.
I mean, it'd be a shame to sell a porcelain doll. Look how nice it looks.
I already sold it. Get it out of here.
How did you sell? You just
With
showed
my
us.
brain.
How's she
We're
doing
not keeping
this?
a doll.
Why not? Look at it.
Because that is going to be cursed, and it's not happening. I agree.
What if I put a soul into it or something?
That's
Wait.
exactly the problem.
That'd be kind of cool.
No.
Haven't you ever, what if the doll woke up in the middle of the night and wanted to stab you? That's so exciting.
I will roll to attack you right now.
Good luck. I have all this protection.
Okay. A flask in the shape of honor. It's the oil of syphilis that has been claimed. A +1 shield. Does anyone want that? I already have a +1 shield, so I'm good.
Use shields.
Oh, I'm good.
I
The
guess you could give it.
dual shields.
Could give it to Doug, I guess. Does Doug have a shield? I don't know if Doug knows how to use a shield.
I'll take it, considering I use one.
Then take
That's
the
a
There you
good
go.
shield.
idea.
I think you people forget a lot about everything I wear and use.
Yes.
Yes, all the time.
I know that you talk to people and they get sad about it. That's all I remember.
I know you have an
Listen,
accordion.
I talk to people and they get whatever emotion I make them have about me talking to them.
I mean, you gotta be honest here with yourself. You insult people quite a bit.
I do indeed insult people quite a lot. That is because most of them are trying to kill me, and I take that personally.
All right.
You have to remember, I don't speak Draconic, and you always talk to them in Draconic, so I don't know what you're telling them. I just know they look sad afterwards.
The blood coming from their nose and ears should be a little bit of a hint.
Well, yeah, but I don't know what you're telling them.
All right. So,
Uh,
tell us. Did you take the
Mix is
bag of
gonna
tricks?
lean in, real nice and close to him, and just say, "And pray you never do."
Okay, continue with the
Gareth
list.
does takes one of the scrolls and swats both of you.
Hey, he started it.
Well, I'm finishing it, so please listen up.
Yeah, fine.
Mother is
Alright.
talking.
So, the goggles and knives have been claimed. Wait, bag of tricks. Tennis, did you take those?
I was thinking about giving it to you and just saying the puppy came out of there.
No.
Okay, this might be a weird thing. How do I find shield +1 in the inventory? It's not coming up. Shield. Do I just have to go down until oh, there it is. Never mind. Found it.
Yeah, if no one wants the bag of tricks, I'll take the bag of tricks because I always love having a bag full of cute little creatures.
Someone took the health. Who wants this +1 weapon? The
I already
short
have all
sword.
+1 weapons.
Same. I don't have.
That's what I spent my money on a while ago.
Minx, you need a +1 weapon?
Did you say it was a gray bag of tricks? Or what was it again?
I am
Yes, it is.
already
Have a
wielding
stack.
one.
Alright, I'm gonna
And so on that one, that is specifically a short sword, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you know this. I typically hurl things at people, insults, javelins.
I have a short sword +2.
Yeah, short swords
I
are
like
a martial weapon, so.
I just put it on the list, team. I just
He's got all weapon
Yeah.
proficiencies. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Does anyone want this potion of animal friendship?
I think that just goes with the bag of tricks.
No, I think
just have the puppy.
either you take it for the puppy or I will take it because I like being friends with whatever I like being friends with.
Well, we can take it and we can decide
That's
later.
adorable. That's cute. That's I just this makes me feel so.
What about
that's
this
cute.
third level spell scroll, sir?
Let me go ahead and tell you what it is in a moment.
Thank you,
The,
clerk.
the dice are loading. I'm identifying it for you.
Good job.
Identifying.
What's that? We need to play the sound effect from Diablo 2.
Have I ever told you how much I enjoy your presence identifying clerk lady?
Thank
Madam
you,
Identify?
Limit Gate.
I prefer they them pronouns.
Them of identification.
My
Yes.
lady.
My baby.
My they exactly. Thank you.
Zimmy Zemmy.
Wow.
Why is everyone being rude towards the conjoined twins?
You never talk about that person on the back of your head.
I don't want to talk about it.
I do! No
Shut
one
up.
talks to me! Why can't I be in front for a few minutes?
I told you I'm at work.
We're both at work.
But one
No.
head's for work, one head's for play. Ooh.
And this entire continent is very strange. Very
I swear,
strange.
if we could ever stay focused for 5 minutes, we would conquer this continent.
I raised the
This campaign would be
scroll
over.
in warning. I'll hit this lady too. This lady too. I don't care.
All of this
Face on the
energy
back of
used
the
to be
head.
zany. We could have
Do you
destroyed
know
the
about a
saint
boat
by now.
to the east?
I would if I could see the counter.
All right, fine. And they hand you the back the scroll and say, "Is the scroll of erupting earth?" And then they turn around and the other head starts
Mine.
speaking as they look at the boat schedule.
Ah, yes, the counter is mine. I have tricked you.
Oh, God damn
We
it!
will never turn
God
around
damn it!
again.
This always happens.
This does not sound like a healthy relationship. Have you thought
It's
about
been
Have
a
you
while.
family counseling?
It's been a while. How do you use scrolls? Can I cast this? Erupting Earth sounds neat.
It is very fun. It's a fun spell.
I think it has to be on your class's spell list for you to cast it regularly. Let
Well,
me look
I
at the
am
spell
a
scrolls
druid.
rules.
Unfortunately, we're not playing by Baldur's Gate rules where fighters can cast spells.
I know.
Yeah. Um, let's see. If the spell is on your class's spell list, you can read the scroll and cast its spell. Otherwise, the scroll is unintelligible.
I can't read this.
If the spell is on your class's spell list but of a higher level than you can normally cast, you must make an ability check. I think
We have no druids, sorcerers, or wizards.
All right. What about this coin?
What about the coin?
I'm asking the team.
Who want
Anyone?
that?
Which monarch is depicted on it?
I really don't want the coin.
I don't want it.
Is there anything depicted on it? Is it
I
just
would
I'll
advise.
take the coin.
I would
Black
advise no
wool?
one to accept it consensually, as you will be dominated.
Yeah, yep, there it is.
How about you put the coin on the ground?
Actually, can I
back
hand
away.
it to Tennis?
I pick up the coin. I'm not a monster, so this thing can't
I
dominate.
know, but I want that 1.4K.
That's not So dominate monster is literally it's charm person or dominate person, but for anything.
It's the on steroids will breaker spell.
Yeah, like very much against
Well, okay. So
I'm
now
not
the
gonna check.
clerik or the paladin can use it, so I'll take it.
If it worked
Well, the
like
paladin
that,
can
why
use
would
it
they call it
now.
dominate monster?
This goes in with other
Uh,
things I can do.
There you go.
Hand
There you go.
or-
You take the name coin.
That's what I was saying.
Now,
And
so
I
I
just
would
said,
like,
leave it on the ground, and then I'll pick it up.
Elijah, I would like to harken back to the list of sins, the list of crimes. The paladin can, in fact, use it.
Yeah, but he might not want to. He might have bad taste in his mouth.
All right, that's done. Unless you still owe me 1.4k, just so you know. Won't let you forget it now. Now I'm in charge. And
You
I
think
I-
puppies are free?
Can I borrow 1.4k?
Are you gonna pay it back?
No.
Then no.
I also have 14,600 gold. So I was really just trying to get to that next 16.
Well, that's fair.
I'm a
Oh, wait.
small businessman, and I need this money to pay my employees.
I forgot that I never told everyone how that I robbed the hell.
You what now?
I feel like you just told us.
Well, yeah, so I robbed hell while we
Alright,
were there.
pay up.
Well, fire.
That was
fire
elemental
went.
plane of fire, by the way, not hell.
We were all there. Pay up.
I believe you promised that gold to the dwarves.
Well, no. If you recall, I promised the dwarves everything in the storerooms. At the time I said that, everything in my pockets was currently no longer in a storeroom.
I see.
The semantics
Hand him the coin.
were paid attention to.
I hate it here. I hate all of you. You're all
It's
terrible.
nice that all debts have been resolved and all problems
Nope.
are related.
Nope. Debts have not been resolved.
Just because I take some money out of the treasury to buy some fancy gems every once in a while doesn't mean I need to
There is
pay it back.
literally a note here that says owes, which implies that at some point you said, I will pay it back. Someone
Well,
signed the thing.
it should probably be amended
It's
that
binding. It's binding.
I spent that in
Binding.
the name of our continued conquest.
I understand that. And if I
Elijah's
were
going to give
borrow
you
from the
100
treasury-
gold.
It's a business expense, operating cost.
Elijah's going to give you 100 gold and say there's your cut.
But did you hand me 100 gold?
Yeah, you're the treasurer.
Oh, yeah.
There's your cut of what I stole from the hells. Or,
Oh, it should be
Plane of Fire.
Okay.
No. I stole it. It's mine. You get 100.
Listen, I'll take it. It's not going towards Tennis is dead, but
Oh, of course not. If it was, I wouldn't give it to you.
hell yeah.
Yeah, I would need that money.
Remove
off
that
the
100
debt.
gold. No, I have plans for what I'm spending that money on.
And that 100 gold.
I have particular plans that I need about 20k for.
Listen, we should not have handed the treasury management to Aerith. She will break people's kneecaps for money.
Actually, I'll need some more from the personal funds because we
Nope.
we brought all those sharks back, and I'm gonna need some things.
Interesting. Elijah, break his kneecaps.
I'm waiting.
It's a lot faster than I am. Oh,
Are you stabbing Aerith? Is that what's happening here?
No, I think he's
No.
breaking Tanalus's kneecaps.
No, I'm just poking my sword into Tenelis's kneecap. I'm not trying to break it, but I am putting my sword
All right.
into his kneecap.
Since I am not resisting, that hits automatically. I believe. And
Also,
I
I think there's technically an ally within 5 feet because Tenless.
Aerith told me to. Aerith is my ally.
I mean, I know we've had PvP before, but I don't think this is the kind of PvP that I was
Unfortunately
envisioning.
for you, Elijah, you also take 25 frost damage.
That's
Oh,
perfectly
God.
fine. Ew. Why are you
On
so
Hinge.
cold? By the way, Elijah says, "Ow, why are you so cold?" while falling to the ground. I had 24 hit points.
Oh,
Yeah, I assume you would have taken a long rest before getting back.
No, we're
but
distributing the loot.
Oh,
We have not long rested yet.
Oh, here we go, buddy.
Thank you.
I certainly marvel at times at the allies I find myself with in these
I
days.
bend down and I scrape up the fucking chunk of like blackened flesh, and I hang it towards Aerith. There you go, my kneecap. Rips black bile onto the floor with thick wet cloth.
I'm telling you, this is one of the many reasons why my country has the superior economic doctrine.
Here's my pound of flesh. Enjoy.
I think that's debt paid.
You know what? I'll take.
I think you can use this as a reagent.
Aerith, mark down in your inventory Tennelis's kneecap.
That's
She
going in
will
the
return.
treasury
She will
chest.
return it with the simple payment of all of the gold you owe.
Now be careful with that. That is one of my Horcruxes.
One of your what?
I
When
can't
he gets
breathe.
disintegrated later and you need a piece of his body to resurrect him, this moment will come back and you'll be like, wait a minute, I have his kneecap.
Perfect.
I'm gonna put it in the treasury. Tunnel.
You put it in
Let
the
me
Alright.
put it.
trash.
Let me put it in a jar for you here.
I don't need 20,000. I need
Yeah.
24,000 gold. Is what I need.
Jar.
What do you need this for?
I'm sorry.
Nothing.
Science project.
It's a very expensive nothing.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I'm crying. I did
He's
take
trying
the
to buy
gun
late
off.
stage capitalism.
So funny. How do I go about selling all? If you check the treasury tab, how do I go about selling all this shit?
Oh, we
Yeah,
can
That's
just
the one.
assume that it happens.
What is? Well, I meant like all of the magical items that we don't want.
Oh, look up its price in the reasonable magic items guide, and
Yep. Same
the gold,
magical prices.
the gold pack trading company will give you half.
Half. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be pretty good money.
They gotta make a profit.
Is it? Is it not a list of crimes? It's not in here. It's not pinned. I can't function if things aren't pinned.
Is it
It's
not
in the drive file.
How much was that debt again?
1.4K.
1 second.
Let's see if I can find it in the drive for you. Oh, not this one.
And by the way, plus 3 armor costs 24,000.
That's fair.
Let's see here. Can I pin? How does this work?
You want me to pin it?
There you go.
Oh, I'm weak. Yes, please.
Where did it go?
14. Oh, kneecap.
Nope.
I'm wheezing. That's fine.
Here we go.
So half of each, you said?
Yeah.
I guess one last thing while we're here. I think I messaged you. I kind of wanted to claim that little fort as Noctum Town or as like my little fort or whatever.
Yeah, I
My
think
little
you've pretty
builder.
well done that.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to make it into like a mage tower or something. I want to make a stupid spell.
Oh, okay. You want to
I'll
make
have
a
to
spell.
look up how that works, but I claim that little domain.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh. Um. Well, you need to borrow more money to get it outfitted. Um.
I just assumed it was already outfitted. I guess I need to outfit it more.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you're just doing like
Well,
silly
what if
stuff,
I get a speculator over and he can like inspect the basement and be like, "Oh, this is worth money."
you're gonna take out a mortgage.
Well, no, he can just like, "Oh, look at what I've done with the place. Look at my renovations I've done. Like, isn't this worth value?"
But why would that give him? Why would that make him give you a loan though, or give you
Well,
money?
what loan? I'm just saying, isn't this place already cool?
Um. I mean, yeah, it's cool, but it doesn't have all the materials you need to do more than just kind of mess around. If you want to get serious about your spell research, you're gonna have to invest.
Uh, Shove him into the pit. Fucking these fascist wizard courts. Don't need them.
You shove the nerd into the pit.
What is
These
happening?
people are already, they're always like, oh, you need the proper reform, you need papers, you need money, you need manticore horn. Fuck.
Sel wants to abandon his castle, his fort, and make a mage tower instead, so he can research spells.
Hmm.
Because he wants to make a custom spell.
Fair enough, I suppose.
It's so custom. You wouldn't even believe it. Like it was rolled on a 1d10 table.
Okay. Let's see. Rack is gone, so you guys are distributing all the loot. There's an event that's going to happen for Rack, but he needs to actually be here.
He is going to return, correct?
I've
Yes.
sold all the things.
Rakaelin will return in Endgame. Wait.
Okay.
So does anybody else have something they want to do while we're waiting for Rack to get back?
All right, I'm back.
I'm just
Oh.
shopping.
Okay.
I'm cultivating my basement.
Okay. So Rack, I believe you said that you wanted to have a conversation with Niberius at some point.
Yes.
Are you going to seek him out or call out to him?
Uh,
What are you doing?
I'll seek him out.
Okay.
See wherever he's skulking.
Make me an investigation check.
Oh, joy. Base roll. 14.
Okay. You're wandering the halls looking for him, and you turn a corner, and he comes out of a door and just starts walking along next to you, um, down the hall. It's like, you're looking for me?
Wonderfully that you have that down to an art.
I have centuries, literally centuries of practice.
Right. I've been rattling about a lot of stuff in my head recently, and your actions and subtext over the past days have given me a lot to think on. I can sit here and try to convince you to not do this attack, but I know that's in the past now. That's beyond this, beyond us. Um, but for whatever infinitesimal amount it is worth, whatever may happen on the field of battle, and for what you have done, seeing as it would be against your will, as your sainthood imbued by the Empress, I I forgive you. Simply put, that is what I've been wanting to say to you for a few days.
You see, he stops and he looks at you, and then he smiles. He's like, he starts kind of like almost giggling, just like, I'm way past forgiveness. I don't need forgiveness from you.
I would like to think that no one is past that, no matter how much they want to convince themselves.
You don't know
The
what you're
stuff that's
talking
been.
about.
I don't, and maybe I don't. I don't understand the lifespan that you have had, the choices that you have made either willingly or have been made for you against your will. But I want to believe now that everyone can can be forgiven for that. That everyone has to have that opportunity. If we condemn like that, we are no better than this empire that we're fighting against.
That you're fighting against. Let me remind you.
Yes, that I am fighting against. With everything that you have learned, all of the years you have been alive, that you have been the saint, if you could go back and change that and not have to be the saint, to make that choose differently, would you? Or would you go back down this road?
You know, I've had a lot of time to think about that. I don't know where I would have stopped. Every step feels right until you look up and you realize how far you've gone, how desensitized you are to everything that is happening because of you, everything that you are doing. So, would I make different choices? I don't know. I don't know where the line was. I just know that I'm over it.
That thought alone, that line of thought in and of itself, is why I forgive you for what you've done.
You might regret
I
that.
too I too made a lot of decisions that I felt were right in the moment and have looked back, and when it seems too late have felt that regret for it. And I cannot go back and change the past. As much as you cannot go back and change the past as well. We are down these paths. It has led us to these moments. But I can at least do something to forge myself a better tomorrow.
I hope for your sake that you're right.
Deep down, I hope for that myself as well. But I have faith in how far we've come. I have faith in the belief that everyone here has and shares that I am right.
Well, I think you'll just have to prove it then.
I wouldn't have that any other way. But thank you for your moments and your time, Saint Nibirius, and I'll continue on.
Mm-hmm. He watches you go.
Which is when Minx will step up. Hey, Nibirius, have you given any thought to the play I was asking you to write?
Yes, I've been composing it in my head while I've been watching all of you.
Good, good. That's excellent. Now, with something like this, I have access to university level theater students. Not so many professionals these days. Most of those who are into the theatrics were with the church, and as you know, we kind of had to kill them all.
Yes, I'm aware.
Okay, so this does pose somewhat of a dilemma because I want to ensure that we fulfill whatever vision you have. So, university theater students and myself are at your disposal. But if you feel like we need some true professionals, it might take me a bit of time to round them up.
Mm. Well, it's a poor craftsman that blames his tools. I'll make it
This
work.
this is a very fine point, my friend. I'm very glad that you said it like this. I think this would be very enlightening for the university students.
Yes, this is a unique, truly a unique opportunity to perform in a play written by one of the saints of the Empire.
Yes, especially because all of these are the university students who like the Draconiterian. So there's many levels here going back and forth. And I think some of that kind of angstiness might help with getting the emotions flowing in such a performance. Is this going to be a musical?
You know, I think it will be.
Yeah, okay. I will ensure that we get a band. Some of them might have to come from the Draconiterian marching band. I'll keep the cannons around just in case you feel like you want to use them in the music, but that's at your discretion.
Cannons as part of music? That is creative.
Ah, I guess you haven't heard some of our more recent works then. Da.
Uh, UDDC art is not exactly a hot commodity within the Empire.
I'm sure that most people are unaware of it, but I figured someone of your esteemed academic sense would at least be curious.
I am curious now.
Well, I can certainly help with that whenever you want. But I will leave you to your crafting and playwriting, as it were.
Yes, I will let you know when I have a finished draft of the script to go over.
All right. Minsk is going to walk off humming a very bombastic tune now that he's thinking about it.
Actually, I do have a question. Do we have time for a shopping trip with our ship before the fight starts?
Before the next fight starts, probably not.
Well, like the next big war.
The big
Fight.
war? Yeah, I think you do.
Wait,
Because
would
it's
you go?
Because
currently
that's how we're doing shopping, right?
it'd be day 100 right now, and you don't think you're gonna have the big fight for another 2 weeks or so. And if I remember, let me look at my rules documents here. Buy magic items. Okay, I need to go and look at the rules for the Leviathan, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not sure how established our shops are here yet to know if they would have any of this stuff.
He's looking for the good stuff.
Some
Anything that
decent
was
stuff.
in Bateau that would be military useful, Persistence would have made sure was confiscated. like,
Mhm.
That's a good point. I don't think we ever had a list of that.
I just assumed that there wasn't. So, like anything that would have been magically useful, the nobles would have had, it would have been dropped as loot when we killed the regent, whoever the fuck was ruling the place.
Yeah, it takes 10 days to do a round trip out to sea. So if you put in an order, you should have it in time for the big battle. Would you like to put in an order?
I would.
Okay. Let me rules. Buy magic items. You've already got all of the ones that are here. So the delivery day will be 110. Uh, okay. Anybody else want to put in order while he's buying stuff?
Well, I'm in debt.
I have no money, and I'm not sure if there's any items that are useful.
Okay.
Like I don't
And
need
by in
weapon
debt, I
armor.
mean I have 4K, but I'm in debt.
I have
Buy.
the potential to buy something, but I don't know what.
If anybody needs a little bit of money, I can give you some. I didn't need all of mine.
I'm not in need of money. Minsk has been frugal.
Oh, was our money divided? I might have been AFK for that.
No, it's all in the coffer
Okay,
with Aerith.
that's fine by me.
I just spent most of my money that I stole.
Hmm.
But I figure now's a good time for us to
Oh
do
yeah,
some
no,
prep and armor up.
definitely.
The
What kind of
only
armor do
thing
you
I
wear?
could
I can
think.
wear light armor.
Okay. Do you have light armor on?
I have some studded leather armor that's one of the flight suits from the ship.
Okay. Whenever my new set comes in, because that's one of the things I'm buying, I'll give you mine. It's a +1 set.
All right. Bring my AC up to 13. Cannot
I mean,
emphasize how if I'm getting hit at all, it is not a good thing.
definitely not a good thing.
I guess I can buy some reagents to make some magical guns. I suppose.
Okay.
I know I'm using the obsidian and like elder brains or something else to make some guns, but I might as well buy some actual stuff to make guns. So I guess I'll buy 5 guns at half price to make them slowly. I guess. I don't know.
Or you wanted to give those
Oh,
to
that's 5,000.
I
your
want to give them to my
skeletons?
Danse Macabre, so my Danse Macabre can have 5 guns that are magical.
Okay.
Because they only fire 1 shot anyways. So you might as well do 1-shot weapons.
Yeah. Just have skeleton riflemen.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
I think I might actually have a spell or a stat block for that.
I
Hang
mean,
on,
I'll just be giving a +1 to my current skeletons. So
yeah. All right,
I was gonna do crossbows. I was like, wait, this is a universe where like gunpowder is invented and shit. So I might as well just do guns.
skeleton troopers.
Yeah, I think a +1 weapon's like 1,000, so it's like half that, and I need 5 of them, so it's like 250 or something like that.
I think that math checks out. Yeah.
Yeah, buy me some magical gun shit, I guess. Thank you.
Nah, I don't need anything.
I also don't need any.
Oh yeah. Here we
Okay.
go.
I have no idea where I would find like an orb of psionic might. like,
The only
well,
thing that
I
I
guess
could
the
think of
Kasani
would
would
be
have
like
them
a
because
plus.
they have a whole house that does psionic stuff. So
The only thing I could think of would be a +2 weapon, but I'll live.
I mean, they're not that expensive.
I know. I can afford a +2 weapon. Which is good.
If only there was some sort of item that was like a megaphone.
Yeah, I
Damn.
considered saving up for +3 armor, but at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather have my boots of elven kind.
And increase
Yeah.
the range of and the damage of your insults.
Yeah, exactly. Just makes them louder, therefore better.
That
That's
a
kind of funny.
megaphone increases the range, and then a chat room, a computer with a chat room and internet access makes it as long as you're on the same plane of existence.
Now we're talking.
With the chat room, it also adds like a devastating ability.
Yeah.
man, the price
Also,
for
I might as well buy a bunch of jars too.
the price for the comparable thing to this orb of psionic might would be a rod of the pack keeper, is 120,000.
Wow.
Yeah,
Expensive.
I think all of those are expensive. Yeah.
Anything that buffs things by a number and breaks bonded accuracy, they're like, this needs to be very high. Also, decanter of endless water. If it needs to be the most expensive item. Oh, because it also you can regain a spell slot when holding the rod. This thing doesn't have that. This is more like a +1 weapon than anything.
Yeah. Let's see. Is everybody done shopping?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
So Jacques, as you are kind of walking down the hall, you're not buying anything, right? So you're just walking down the halls after having your conversation with
Right.
Niberius. Uh, who has the diplomatic pouch at this point? I think it would be Godwin, right?
I believe so, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait. Apparently a Wand of the War Mage, which is just a +1 to attack rolls, is only 1,200. So I don't know. Here.
Isn't there there's an equivalent item within the Psionic handbook, right? Or the
There
talent.
is. It increases attack rolls and saving throws, while War Mage is only attack rolls. So there's.
Yeah, so I'd say take the Wand of the War Mage and add
There's
that
that.
to a Ring of Protection. So
No, it
3,000.
not my DC, not my
Oh.
saves increases the DC of my abilities. which is what the Rod of the
Staff of
Pack Keeper
Power?
does, but the Rod of the Pack Keeper also lets a Warlock regain a spell slot, which is a huge
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah, and Staff of Power also has spells built into it, so that one doesn't work.
Yeah, there's no...
It's somewhere between the two.
Yeah.
What's the Staff of Power run?
A lot. Staff of Power is... Oh, only 95,000. Compared to a
Oh.
+1 Rod of the Pack Keeper is like 120,000. Yeah.
Yeah, the more we've used that, the more I think we found holes in its logic for how to cite.
Its logic is
Yeah.
consistent. Its logic just doesn't apply to us. This is for people who are like, oh yeah, I can use a decanter of endless water to just make barrels of water and sell them at a profit at market and crash the local water economy. Like, we don't do that.
Yeah. I don't think, yeah, I don't think that would work for other reasons. I think people underestimate the demand for water in a lot of places.
Oh yeah, well, depends on what place. But yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you're in like a desert or something, I always thought that was an interesting concept for like a desert city. They just have a decanter of endless water
Mhm.
somewhere that just kind of supplies all the water for the city.
They'd have to protect it very well.
I mean, yeah. Or like a desert outpost, stuff like an
The same
empire.
Magic Prices doesn't have like the living gloves or whatever they're called on here.
It's
That
because
sucks.
it's only Dungeon Master's Guide stuff. They didn't add
Yeah.
additional books.
So I just had an idea. I could buy some living gloves. I'll put them on a skeleton. The skeleton can learn to be a blacksmith and he can make all my guns.
So I don't know how much you would put the psionic orb thing. Thur, it's up to you.
How much was the
The War Mage was a
yeah.
1,200 for a +1, which is cheap as fuck, and 4,800 for a +2.
Yeah, I think that works because it doesn't give you an extra resources.
No, just increases my save DC. So,
Yeah.
which one would people be fine with me buying? The 1,200 one or the 4,800 one?
Yeah, either.
I mean, I'd like the more expensive one, but it's literally not my money.
Get the more expensive one.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Daddy.
You know, put
Uh,
God, that
Mhm.
I hate it.
Never mind, you don't get it.
4,800
it.
gold from the treasury, please.
Sir, how much do you think living gloves should cost? There's also another thing though, where like some systems are like you get to learn some new tools as you get more int. I don't know. Maybe I can resurrect just a skeleton that's a blacksmith. I don't know.
That would work for me. Yeah.
We are back to our
Yeah, maybe I'll do
starting
that instead of the
goals
living
when
gloves
I
thing.
first started all the math.
So I'll keep an eye
Yeah.
out for a skeletal blacksmith. So I make my guns. I guess it'd be a skeletal gunsmith. Or on our way.
Yeah. I mean, there's lots of people in the city that could make guns. So
But
that
are they
person,
a skeleton? Did someone die in the fire? Let's
I
look at the
I
registry.
imagine people have.
I go to the local crypt. Who knew how to make firearms and died recently? Don't tell Aerith. She'll be mad.
What?
That's a good motto. Just don't tell Aerith.
Obviously, these guys want to get revenge on their killers, and that means making guns for me.
That logic definitely follows.
All right, excellent. All right, what are we doing besides this?
Wow, this is a low res image. Here you go. So you find a dead blacksmith and raise him into undeath and set him up like this.
All right, my sir. I need 5 guns, please.
You got it. I'm just gonna start working on that right now.
All right. Well, I'll be back in an indeterminate amount of time.
I'm reaching for the hammer now. I need you to visualize this. I was very old when I got burned to a crisp. I couldn't run away from the fire.
That means you're full of experience. That's good.
I am extremely experienced. I've experienced so much pain.
All right, 1 second. Your
Oh, that
joints
bummed
are
me
kind of
out.
worn. We can replace those.
His joints kind of crack a little bit. He pops like a glow stick.
Ugh.
All right, I'm gonna get a younger blacksmith and have him reinforce your bones.
But with blacksmiths.
Blacksmiths all the way down.
And hooks.
All right, I'm back to the crypt. Younger blacksmith knows how to nail bones onto bones. You're like a horseshoe man?
Fine. Yeah.
A ferryman?
Just a normal
It's
blacksmith.
like he's just a normal middle-aged blacksmith.
I'm gonna make this blacksmith look like one of those skeletons that just has like 30 arms. You just a bunch of bones on bones. He's just a big old blacksmith. Made out of mini blacksmiths.
Where
I'm
where
gonna
am
make you an
I?
amalgamation of blacksmiths.
Last thing I remember, I was in the shop. I was making nails. And there was a fire. And then I was
You know how to make
making
nails, do you?
making other nails in a different shop.
Don't think about what happened in the past. Just make nails now.
Nails. Yes, I will
Nails.
make nails.
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 That's a good name for you.
Earl.
Nails.
Nails. I don't remember what my name was, so now my name is Nails.
Nails.
I'm Nails,
Forget
the
the
blacksmith
past. Know only
skeleton.
the future.
The future is Nails.
Yes.
Boy, howdy.
What are we doing?
Railroading the campaign into nonsense for the night.
This is very much for you to decide what you are doing. Do not ask
I'm
us. We
getting my
don't know.
blacksmiths. I thought we were
just
going to a
setting up.
dungeon. How do
He's
we?
setting up a
Let's
foundry of
sail.
blacksmiths.
Wait, yeah, all right. I need a shipman. We're going to the sailing to the east.
You summon a skeleton ship and just leave.
We're going. This continent
Um,
over here in the northwest, no one really goes there. All it says it has rats. That sounds fine. Let's just go there.
full of rats. Rats that make all the. You have a
It's
big
a
rat that makes
jungle and
all
it's
the
full of
rules.
rats.
Where have I heard that before? Anyway,
Well,
Rack, you get a
I don't
letter.
pay you to think about it. I pay you to make nails.
Cool.
Right. It's from Lionel. He says he's coming tomorrow with Kiolandi to discuss.
What?
You asked him to come and help you atone, right?
This is a surprise.
Right
Oh,
for
look.
you breaking your
Oh,
oath.
look. Oh, look. It's the consequences of my own action.
It is the consequences of your own actions. This was the repentance theme that I was thinking we were going to go for, and 2 hours
God.
later, finally we're here after a lot of nonsense.
It's okay. Lionel had to give a speech first.
Maybe Kalandi will
No,
want some
he hasn't
nails.
done that yet,
He
and
will,
maybe
and
we'll
he
never
never
have to
will.
have done that. That
But
that
we can amend the future if we
that
can get him to
is
practice
yeah,
now.
that is will have going to have happened,
Maybe.
but it hasn't
Ow.
happened yet.
Ow.
Hmm? Are you saying owl?
I'm saying
Saying
ow.
ow.
I'm
Oh.
saying ow.
His brain.
Time cancer, ow.
Yeah, the time cancer gets a little bit bigger. There's more bubbles.
Not the time cancer.
Um, let's see. Yeah, so they're coming tomorrow because they want to hear what you have to say for yourself and figure out what to do about what happened.
Cool.
Because you specifically did ask Lionel to come and
I
talk to you
know.
about it.
I'm aware. I'm aware. It's on myself.
Oh, the consequences of my actions.
Mhm. So you're going to inform the group or keep this a secret?
I'll inform Aerith. Hey, your god might become. Hey, your god's coming into town.
I will make sure that we have a stock of burritos.
That's a funny response to being told that your god is coming.
Well, Nash and I have had many goofs over the years.
He got really fond of just appearing in Aerith's kitchen.
To get burritos.
I mean, yeah. Dawn makes great burritos.
I wouldn't use dish soap for burritos, but that's just me.
Dawn's one of the masks.
Dawn, the character.
Oh. Like, damn, they do things different in Missouri. Shit.
The Goliath barbarian chef from Westgate.
The soap
Finally, some good
burritos.
food.
It's a traditional St. Louis cuisine. Just
I
like
mean,
Dish
Soap
soap.
burritos.
you
the
people live in a lawless wasteland. It wouldn't surprise us people out west.
It helps cut the oiliness from the meat.
I don't like any of this. This is all making me sad. These poor burritos. They don't deserve any of this.
The cleanest food you'll ever eat.
No, stop that.
that's right. It's just like the clean coal.
That does explain by when I had a Mexican food in Missouri, my diarrhea had bubbles in it.
Gross.
That's just
Rubbing bubbles.
that's not normal.
No
No.
me gusta. No me gusta.
It was the second worst Mexican food I've ever had.
No me gusta.
What if
nada.
diarrhea but Pop Rocks?
Anyway, gods, why are we continuing on with this?
Suppository Pop Rocks.
It just keeps going.
Exactly.
Kind of like the
Fun
diarrhea.
Yeah.
We hate it here.
Delayed charge Pop Rocks.
I prefer impact pop rocks.
It's getting worse.
Yeah, this is not helping.
I get the feeling that he wasn't trying to help.
I introduce new ideas to open your minds to a world of possibility.
Mm.
The
So
world
says
of
Slanesh.
Pure imagination. Good. Please continue.
The Slanesh comes in when you desire more of the delayed charge Pop Rocks. You take it to an excessive degree. Eventually, you eat one burrito full of the Pop Rocks and you blow it like a balloon and you float into the sky.
What the fuck? Sure. Yep. Mm-hmm.
You know, I think Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory actually like exists in the dimension of Slanesh.
Can we end this conversation?
So, like,
Alright, so yes,
if you
I
can resist
informed-
Next
the
day.
temptations, you
God,
can like make
okay.
it through it.
I informed Aerith that Keolandi is coming.
Okay.
Cool.
Would you like to do anything to prepare besides get the burritos?
I not for nothing. I'm not going to pull anybody to prepare some sort of like big ostentatious welcome for them while we are prepping for an oncoming battle.
Yeah.
I think they'll understand.
Okay.
We can make the burritos with like squid.
Aerith will actually, after everyone settles down, because she does not sleep well these days, um, go down to the kitchen and prepare, like, get the stuff ready for tomorrow, and then she'll go and she'll clean the dining room / war room, um, and she'll set out like a cup of tea for Niberius because he's a little creeper man. As she continues to clean.
You look away from the tea for a moment, and when you look back, he's sitting there, arms crossed or legs crossed, saucer in his left hand, teacup held in his right hand with his thumb and two fingers and his pinky out, sipping relaxedly with his eyes closed.
She kind of smiles and continues to clean like around him. Um, and yeah, she's just preparing everything
Mm-hmm.
as much as she can, and with uh keeping in mind that we are in fact at war, and so therefore it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't mean to be perfect, but she can't sleep anyways. So
A little puppy trails behind you.
yes,
I feel like the puppy is probably very sleepy.
well, that's true. It is a puppy.
Yeah,
She hasn't. It's zonked out.
yeah, it's just snoring in the corner next to the fire.
She'll refill his tea as she like when she passes by,
Mm-hmm.
just just making herself busy.
Yeah. Um, After another minute or two, Iberius will say, without look, still got his eyes closed without looking at you. He'll just say, "You should get some sleep."
I don't really sleep much anymore. It's hard to sleep in that room.
There are plenty of other rooms. It is a whole castle after all.
It is, but it's one of those things, right? Where on one hand, it's terrible to sleep in there, but on the other, it's the only place I want to be.
He will gently set his tea down and open his eyes and study your face for a moment. I understand. You've suffered a lot of loss, a great loss.
It's been a lot of loss. Great, small. This war has not been particularly kind to me, when war shouldn't be, I guess.
No, war is never kind to anyone.
She sits down across from him and pours herself a cup of tea. Retiring to a hillside cabin or a mountainside cabin doesn't sound too bad. And I know I'm incredibly young, but I'm tired.
Age isn't just time spent on the earth. It's experiences, triumphs, tragedies, the things that make you who you are. A week can be a year, 3 centuries a week.
Squint my eyes at this.
You're messing around in your basement somewhere with the shop vac on, and it's very loud.
But I
You're
get a premonition.
Your ears start burning.
which is wild because I think your ears sloughed off some time ago.
I'm having a seizure.
In your slimy ball pit.
Yes. That's what I did with my basement.
You turned it into a slimy ball pit.
Yes.
Terrible.
All right, back to you. Back to you guys.
And she nods and she goes, and this might be too much information, but I spent most of my life in a cage. Not a real one, but it wasn't until recently that my choices have been my own. And yet, I choose, and I choose. And I don't know. It almost feels like choice is heavier.
It is, but they're your choices. I, um, I know who you are. I know your history. I received your true names from the warden, so I know who you are and where you're from. Your general life story, although not necessarily the specifics. I understand the desire for freedom. Freedom is hard. Freedom takes responsibility. But if we don't have the freedom to make our own choices, are we really living at all?
That's part of the reason why I chose Kilondi. Currently, well, when I met him, he's much more than that now, but he was just a man. And yet, he promised me freedom. And I took it. And I don't regret it. I don't. I don't regret most of the choices I've made. I do regret some that have left others that I deeply care about still trapped in their cages. And I have made it my mission to see those trapped also freed. No matter no matter who they are, no matter what crimes they've committed, everyone deserves a chance to be free.
Not everyone has that luxury.
And it breaks my heart. But I will continue to try. My choices of late have taught me that while some of my heart's decisions were not the most well placed, they were decisions that I made, and I would do it again. I would. I just hope in the coming week that there will be peace. Maybe not in this war, but at least for someone.
The world.
Oh,
What's
go
that?
ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh.
Let's see. Uh, the world's a big place. Though this war might seem like a great conflict burning up the world, there are places still at peace, even on this planet.
I take great comfort in that. I have a favor to ask, and I don't know if it is something you can fulfill, but I must ask. I do not know if we will be able to free you or defeat you, but, and I don't know how tight your leash is. And I am not owed this kindness, but you seem kind. It's just a feeling.
Oh my, I thought you were a better judge of character than that.
No, I've never been a good judge of character. Take my last romance.
Hmm.
And she smiles. But if you defeat us, there is a little boy who needs your help, or someone's help.
Your son.
Yes. Now, if we are defeated, it might be a race. I don't know what Keelandi's doing. I never know what that means. Honored be his name is doing. But he's busy. And I know he'd make time for me. I do. But I also know that in a weight of a lifetime of sins, one act of kindness can be its own freedom.
I'll do what I can. But let's hope that it doesn't come to that.
I desperately do hope it does not come to that. I like living, you see. It's hard, and I think I've cried more in the past week than I have in a long time. But I'm alive. I'm alive to cry.
That in itself is quite an accomplishment.
Now, only if I wasn't so soft. That's really the problem. I just
Soft?
feel too much.
Soft. Now hang on a moment. Feeling isn't soft. Feeling is the hardest part. If you didn't feel, then you wouldn't feel this. There wouldn't be this pain to overcome. You wouldn't be up at 3 a.m. cleaning the tables, dusting the mantelpiece. You would be in your room, sleeping like a baby. And I think you would be worse off for it. Don't you agree?
You know? I never thought of it that way. I do envy a little, but not really. People like Elijah. I know he feels. I do. It's in there. He's a good boy, sometimes. Probably shouldn't call him boy. I think he's significantly older than I am. I think I'm the youngest. Well, other than Isabella. I don't feel the youngest.
Like I said, age isn't just measured in years.
Are you excited to meet a soon-to-be god tomorrow?
It will certainly be one of the more interesting things that's happened in my life, and that it is saying something.
He's great. I think you'll like him. And she sort of falls into a soft silence and just sits with him for a little while.
Hmm.
And I think she might actually just, maybe not, it's probably inadvisable, but she would probably just fall asleep right there.
Yeah.
It's bouncing from one angel booty call to the next. Just
Listen, she's attracted to power.
Damn clerks.
So he stays with you until you fall asleep, and you awaken in the morning, and he's gone.
But Isabella's there eating chicken nuggets that she's dipping in blueberry jam.
With
Hell
her
yeah,
brain.
queen, go for it. Aerith smiles at Isabella.
Good morning.
Good morning, dear. How are you feeling?
I do not.
Fair enough. How is everyone else feeling?
I did not detect any disturbances in the night.
That's not what I meant. Enjoy your concoction.
I will
And,
not. It is merely the only food I could reach.
oh my god. You could have woken me.
She's
I could have
capable
made
of
you
manipulating
something.
shit with her mind, and that's the only food she can reach. I can push people 15 feet. I can manipulate the elements with my mind to give resistances, but I can only reach those chicken nuggets and jelly.
You could have woken me. I could have made you something.
You looked like you needed the rest. I do
Maybe
not
I
believe
did.
that you have been sleeping well.
I think the bags under my eyes have aged me about 10 years. I'm being honest. And she yells and she gets the day ready, or starts preparing food for their arrival. You want
Okay.
to lend me a hand, Isabella, after you're done with your chicken nuggets?
She just puts the last one in her mouth and is like, "Of course, although I cannot use my hands yet. The muscles are repairing themselves, but still quite atrophied."
That is fair. Do you want to help me with your mind?
Of course.
And she gathers Isabella's dishes, and she and Isabella start cooking.
All right.
Okay. So Nash, what does Keelandi's teleport arrival look like?
RuneScape.
We might never know.
Yeah,
I
but it
think
sounds like we
Nash
might.
has perished.
Oh no.
Nash was muted apparently. Um, where is everyone?
The
Uh,
kitchen.
Aerith's
On
in
the
the
basement
kitchen.
floor.
Stop calling it your gooey ball pit.
Okay.
If no one told him any of this was going on, Minsk is probably either at the barracks or at the university's theater department, depending on time of day.
I'm still recovering from my abrupt seizure.
Is that what you're drawing there near Mornfells? The recovery of your abrupt seizure?
Now this is just my basement.
Um, Jacques is in the gardens and has been there since dawn.
Okay.
Uh,
And so Aerith's sitting or hanging around the kitchen.
Sounds like that's
Right.
where Aerith
Yeah,
and Isabella are.
Aerith and Isabella. Yeah.
Okay. So everyone except for Aerith and Isabella are just going to hear a massive thunderclap from the direction of the house. If you're near enough, you identify that it's like toward the kitchens. From Aerith and
burritos.
Isabella's perspective, Keelani and Lion are all just going to, teleport, burst into a, show up in a burst of light right in the kitchen. And before Aerith can even react, Keelani pulls her into a hug.
The second Keelandi's arms wrap around Aerith, I think she just breaks.
I know. I have felt their every loss right alongside you. You have done well.
I think she
You
might be
fought
wailing.
well. I know the pain of watching each of them fall.
I tried so hard.
I know. We always do. Many have fallen for me, and many still will,
Oh my god.
because what we do must be done. We'll cherish every last sacrifice.
I'm tired. Keelandi, I'm tired.
I know. It is not an easy path you chose, picking freedom. As always, you need a break. I would understand.
No, there's no stopping freedom. You know that.
I know. Rest for a moment.
I do expect an incredible retirement package.
Trust me, not even you can imagine.
There's burritos on the stove, dear.
Famished. And after holding you for a few more moments, he's gonna go grab a burrito and start munching. You know, they're almost as good as Don's. You learn some things.
I did. Um, I still don't know what spice he uses. Oh,
Like he would
Keelandi.
ever tell anyone.
Truly, that man is a hoarder of secrets and recipes. It's so rude.
You know, his restaurant's actually doing quite well.
I'm glad. I miss everyone.
They say the same.
I am sure
Well,
Regina is screaming.
Anton
Right
never
now.
said it, but you know he means it.
Oh, I do. Not to speak ill of my king or anything, but that cagey bastard. Yolandi, this is Isabella, Jacques' youngest daughter.
A pleasure.
Isabella just looks to Keelan, even looks at Aerith, and back and forth, and then looks at Aerith again. Is like, "Is this your god?"
This is.
Just goes back to cooking.
She has everyone's memories from the hive mind. So in a weird way, it's like persistence is actually meeting you. That's a little disturbing.
That would be loud.
Persistence has seen him previously.
That is true.
Yes.
I had the memories of that.
Lionel, Keelondi, do you need me to summon everyone?
Whoever wishes to come. As always, we don't force anyone.
Well, lunch is breakfast. Breakfast is almost ready, so
That should make them fairly willing.
That is true. Isabella, I can finish up here. Can you go gather your father and the rest of our team?
Of course. Just floats away.
And Aerith spends the rest of the time cooking, basically like glued to Keelandi's side.
I thought you were cooking glue. I'm
Oh,
like,
you're
what's
getting.
going on?
First, I was just like basically cooking
Oh,
glued tequila.
God.
I'm like, what?
No.
What is that?
First, we're talking about dish soap and burritos, and now it's glue.
It's glued tequila. You ever
You don't know
had
the classic St. Louis staple, gluey butter cake?
Just like throwing some horse hooves in the pot. All right, we add that to the fucking burrito.
It sticks to your ribs. Medical attention is required to get them off.
I killed the lame horse this morning.
Uh, Lionel also grabs. We'll grab a burrito.
Of course he will. They're good burritos.
Mm-hmm.
You learn from the best. Oh. Keelandi, Lionel, well, Lionel has seen him before. Keelandi, the presence, if you're feeling him, is Niberius. He is our resident, angel.
You hear a muffled hi, and you look over and you see Niberius is leaning against a wall, munching on a burrito. He gives a little wave. He's like, "Yep, this is actually pretty good."
Thank you, I'm an excellent. He's our resident, I guess you could either say Salvation or Doom. He's the sword of Damocles hanging over our heads. But he's nice, so we don't mind.
Keolani's just going to stare at him for a moment.
He looks at you impassively.
I assume you are to wait the appointed moment?
You're correct.
Very well. You see his hand slowly relax off his staves. That
He's got the double staves.
no one noticed him holding until the moment he starts relaxing them.
What about the dual wielding staves?
Hey, Keelan, he's got that unique fighting style.
He's
Mhm.
got the Riz with his mystical radiant crown.
He's got
Giolandi
that
packs 2
intellectual
support
riz.
weapons. Around the garden. Father,
You see that Jacques is kneeling in front of sort of like a makeshift marker. Or just simple wood stuff that he's gathered. Is fashioned there, and as he hears Isabel, he's sort of it's like he's broken out of a thing he was greatly concentrating on. I heard from the thunderclap. I imagine that he's in the kitchen eating a burrito.
yes, as is the Saint of Awe, and I believe someone who is the Speaker of Asarius.
Yes. All right.
They did not introduce him, but I had memories.
His name is Lionel.
Hmm.
He is a very good friend.
Well, gather in the kitchen. I will fetch the others. She just floats away.
All right. He looks back at the marker and he just sets a hand on it and he just goes, "We'll talk later, old friend." Heads to the kitchen.
I have no idea how I'm going to find the other 3.
Carefully.
You're psychic.
I will try the whole day. I don't have telepathy. I can send messages to people, but I picked telekinesis instead of telepathy.
He's the wrong kind of psychic.
Spoiler alert: you won't find Elijah.
No, that's yeah.
He's sitting on the ceiling of the kitchen, just watching everything happen. It kind
Yeah,
of works because you've
Spoiler,
already got a
spoiler.
character in the scene.
exactly. That's part of why I rolled. I'm like, he'll be there, but he's not gonna say anything. No, he went, got a burrito, went to the ceiling. No one ever noticed him.
Okay,
Well,
so I guess
Isabella, you're gonna find Noctum. You're gonna be walking past a building, and all of a sudden, a panther, which is what I rolled out of the great bag of tricks, is gonna be dragging him. He's covered in goo, and it's dragging him into the middle of the street, slowly drag him back to Castle, Noctum Town.
She's gonna look at the goo, and like look at the trail of goo and look at the building he came from. Because like, does that goo look familiar anymore, or is it just completely beyond?
Ah, the goo.
This is
Uh,
chaos goo now. I
it's
hope.
just chaos goo now. Yeah.
Yes,
Hmm.
chaos goo. Whatever this is over here. Balls.
Thank you for adding them.
You've
I hope this doesn't lag the map.
It's fine.
I'm glad it lets you do this though. It's kind of fun.
I mean, I do like a lot of the drawings on there, but eventually it's going to be
Some of
less
them.
useful as a map.
Well, I don't think we're ever gonna go back here, so I think we can get rid of it later.
Oh, with that attitude,
Well,
I'll
I do
take
maybe
have a
now
s-
we'll want to go back into the spiraling hellhole that is Midnight Meadow and Mornfells.
Yeah,
I'll take a screenshot and preserve it for prosperity.
I have
Isabella briefly contemplates just bringing the building down, but doesn't think that's gonna solve whatever's in there, so just keeps on going about her business.
You want to
so
take me with you?
so Noctum's. Not,
It looks
he
like the
tells
panther's
try.
already
Panther to-
dragging. Is the panther already dragging Noctum to the castle?
Well, that's right. You're not telepathic. The Panther's taking him back to the Noctum Town.
Oh, if you're going the wrong direction, then Isabella will pick up the panther and drag the panther to the castle, while the panther is dragging Noctum.
Meow.
Isn't this a smart Panther? 1 second.
Ow.
I forget
Ow.
what it is.
I mean, it still doesn't know how to talk though.
Meow, I say meow.
Wasn't one of your past lives a Panther?
Does it? Does Minx, between walking from the barracks to the, the college, run into this horror light?
No.
I imagine
Just
no.
absolute
No.
monstrosity.
No. He couldn't tell over the sounds of music being played that there was a thunderclap anywhere.
He's having too much fun.
The percussions. That was a very good hit. Do that again. I don't think we can.
Oh, it's just friendly. Okay.
It's.
How smart is a Panther in D&D?
I'd have to look at its stat block.
Not smart enough to talk. Oh, he's got a 3. Anyways, let's continue with the real plot of the story here.
Yeah, I bring it back to the castle before going off to try and
Yeah,
find
I just
the
wanted
other
I just
two.
wanted you to drag Noctum along with you. It's like, hey, here he is. Take him with
Yep.
you.
They just prop you up weekend at Bernie's style at the table.
Is he dead?
I
He had a
imagine
seizure
he's.
for like 24 hours.
Oh,
I don't know. Don't deal with
I bring him to the kitchen, sit him down in a chair, and just look to everybody else.
I'm
and
sure
go,
one of the gods
he-
can do something
he
about
might require medical attention. Also, the panther was the one who was carrying him originally, so they might be a paramedic. And then I just leave.
Not
this. Wait, where
funny.
am I now?
In the kitchen.
You're in the kitchen in Castle
Oh,
Noctum.
okay, burrito. Wait, how did I get over here?
The
It's not
panther
back home.
is just as confused. Wow.
Noctum, are you feeling alright?
I had no response.
I would like to do a medicine check on whatever it is
All right, 1 second. I gotta look
It's
up
a
how
panther.
seizures
We've
work.
been through this.
Not the
Okay,
panther.
go ahead and make a medicine check.
It's a girl
No.
panther.
I knew it. I don't know how the undead work. Oh, Kiolondi, this is a necromancer that we, sort of a necromancer, that we tolerate because I don't have the energy to kill him. Just yet. He's useful. I don't like it, but
Is Noctum wearing anything that would identify his house?
I got my ring.
Keelani's gonna notice it, and not a Lord of Noctum. Well met.
I think he's catatonic,
Oh well.
Wow.
which is not an unusual state.
Do I need to like do a lay on hands?
He's in a meth-induced coma.
No, I don't think you should
Yeah, I
touch
think I'm
whatever
suffering
that...
from a seizure caused concussion. So 1 second. One of you guys, that's the medicine check.
She rolled a 1. She doesn't know.
I don't
Oh.
I was like, oh, a mystery. Oh, it's Noctum being Noctum. It just
Just get me some Gatorade.
He's not
Put me
breathing.
back on.
That's not new.
What else is new?
He doesn't have a pulse.
Also not new.
No.
His brain stopped.
Also
since
not
he's
new.
dripping
Very.
black
His
ichor
clothes are
onto the
oozing
floor.
black slime.
Also
Also not
not new. Lionel, I don't think you should touch him, like, at all.
Keelani's just gonna tap his staff on the ground, and he'll be clean.
Nice.
1 second.
He starts leaking more black goo.
I
that's
wake up.
just him.
Huh? Huh? Oh. Hello.
Good morning.
Ah, Panthy, you saved me. I pet the panther. Now do a purring noise. Come on. The one big cat that can't purr.
Is that an insult about panthers or about my voice acting skills?
I just wanted to force you to do that.
¿Por qué no los dos?
How do I purr? Fuck.
I don't know.
I've
None
never,
of us
I've
are
never
voice
been
actors.
in a 2010s fan fiction. I don't know how to do that.
Come
What?
on, kitten.
No, let's not bring up
Oh
fan
shit!
fiction.
There we
Oh,
go.
somebody's doing it.
It's not me.
The
Who did
real
that?
role player.
I think that was Rack.
Do
Rack?
it again.
Thank you. I'm revived. Full HP.
It was Rack.
There
That's
we go.
crazy.
Give Rack inspiration.
I mean, yeah, actually, that's a good idea. Yeah, Rack will get inspiration for playing
Yay!
the cat so good.
I'm gonna have a burrito.
Let me mark this on my sheet.
This is pretty good. You must be. You're the guy that was the statue, weren't you? Pointing at Gilandi.
Why are there statues of me here?
Oh yeah, we found a like the hidden temple scenario, and there were like statues of you. It was wild.
Are
Also,
you from the
Video.
past or are you from the future? Are you from an alternate timeline? Assisted us in not dying to a shadow dragon.
That is true. Those statues had been there for a really long time.
I was kind of doubtful about this divinity thing, but you seem to not care about time, so I think that's a mark in your favor.
I'm going to have to talk to the lizard when I get home.
love how the implication of that is that the lizard is closer to being a god than Keelani is.
I
I
It's
mean,
mean,
just more about
with
time
what
at the
he's
moment.
capable of doing, isn't he just a god of time?
to be fair, yeah, kind of a little
I-
bit with
I
how much we
think-
put on him.
I think the distinction, though, is that being a god of something means that you do things deliberately.
Yeah,
like,
that
that's a
is
pretty
definitely-
important
No.
distinction.
Rick is a god of time in the sense that, like a Loki sense. Like
He's the
trickster
god of time in the
slash-
sense of a pre-witch Madoka is. Just he's wrapped
Some-
time around himself so
look,
often it just
look,
bends.
Yeah.
look. Some gods are born into divinity. Some attain it through hard work and drive. Others stumble upon that shit because it was a mistake they got it in the first place.
Wait, is that the panther talking?
Yes.
I mean, I mean, wow.
Huh.
I assume at this point the panther either has a burrito or has mauled someone.
I have given the panther.
It's only friendly to
It
us
has mold.
in the party, so maybe it is like on the
It has
hunt.
mauled a burrito.
Okay.
Yeah, I better put this thing away. It might not be friendly to Keelani. I have no idea.
Good luck to it.
The wording of it is like friendly to you and your companions. It says nothing about anyone else.
Okay. So I think the only person left to get is Kuzco. Yeah.
Yep.
Is Minx.
I guess
Mhm.
I would eventually find my way to the university or something.
I mean, you could send a runner. Or whoever.
I'm doing it myself. I was asked to do it. so
Okay,
I'm
good
doing
point.
it.
Sent a floater.
Wait, can't you do telepathy?
Not at no, not we've been through this. No, not at
We
that long of a
have.
distance.
We had this exact conversation.
I know.
Have we been through this?
What's funny is he can.
Wait, can't you do telepathy?
Within 30 feet, so that's all. I took other things.
Anyway, yes, Minx is at the university.
All right.
I think we should keep on bringing up situations where you should have taken like telepathy.
It's really not nearly as useful. We don't
There-
need it.
We need to keep on ending up in situations where we're off in sealed rooms, no sounds can penetrate, and it's like, man, I wish someone has telepathic.
I
right now."
can break down the walls.
The walls are indestructible in this situation.
They're soundproof walls of force.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, hello. Are you here to listen? No, you wouldn't be listening to any kind of art. What has brought you here?
Wait a second.
There has been an arrival at the castle. There are important guests, including Keelandi and Sir Lionel, Speaker of Asarius.
All right.
There is also a panther. I'm not sure if that's relevant.
Do you mean a cougar?
No.
Oh. Wait, you mean like a cat?
Yes.
In this climate?
Yes.
From
Noctum's basement.
Is it a skeleton?
No.
No, it's not. It's just a live big cat.
Yes. It was dragging an unconscious Noctum through the streets, so I brought it to the castle. Also, Noctum's basement is covered in some strange goo.
No, that much is in no way surprising. The cat is surprising.
Indeed.
All right. Well, I somehow know that I'm never going to find out the meaning of any of this. But yeah,
Unlikely.
let us go. Let's go and deal with the big cat. It's not attacking people?
It was dragging Noctum through the streets. Last I saw, it was eating a burrito.
Heh. Yeah, all right. Okay. Well, let's go meet with the VIPs. And
that.
that's Minsk now finally headed over there.
How do you draw a panther?
You start with a cat, and then you make it bigger.
Man.
But before Isabel leaves the music room, she just looks at a bunch of unoccupied instruments. So starts playing them all at once for like a few lines, and then leaves. Just like amusing. Goes.
I remember how to
Yes,
play all of
quite.
these.
This
I
is
have
already
proficiency
bad.
in all musical instruments.
It's not very good. It's like just the entire orchestra breaks out in hot cross buns.
Oh no. I don't know how to draw a panther.
Wow,
I
kill
want to
me!
go. I want to do it to us.
Can we spend the last 6 minutes?
It's. I'm not gonna lie, but kind of actually looks like how the Aztec would draw jaguars.
We're gonna get rid of that.
Try again.
Oh, Lord.
We're gonna spend the rest of the
Jeez.
session rating your
All right, let's see here.
panthers.
I'll do another perspective one, so something like this. Oh, I very fucked it up. Oh no! Look at there. Oh, this is like a crocodile. Oh no! This is surprisingly difficult. Meow.
Looks like a hippo.
Anyways, what are we doing?
Hey,
I
look,
think
it's
we,
Dingo
we gotta
Jive
go.
from Crash Bandicoot.
We'll give her
Break
some
out the
whiskers.
butter. We're gonna make toast.
Oh,
I think we finally got everybody together.
this is
Yes.
where the
tonight.
lack of sensitivity really hurts. Hard to control this thing.
Oh, I thought you meant us.
Need
Yeah, I did
sensitivity
too.
training. More DPI on the mouse. This is like a rat.
This does look like a rat.
All right, Yolandi,
Yeah.
speak. What's going on?
Well, I think we've only got 15 minutes left, so we'll have the conversation between Lionel, Kielandi, and Jacques about his absolution starting in the next session.
Mm.
So
Awesome.
we will be good for tonight, but yeah, we'll get all that set up and we'll run through it.